If you are watching this video, you are a business entrepreneur, and in this video I'll tell you exactly how I got in the best shape of my life, all from the comfort of my home, without sacrificing any time to go to the gym. But first, let me tell you a little bit about my story. About 2 years ago, I went on a trip and it changed my life forever. I remember arriving in the hotel, and it was the first time that I truly experienced freedom. It was the first time that I had no boss, no teacher telling me what to do, and I completely fell in love with that experience. You see, I could wake up at the time I wanted. I could go to the gym whenever I wanted. I could work whenever I wanted. And I completely fell in love with that experience because it was the first time that I truly experienced freedom. And it made me want to be an entrepreneur. But you see, there was a problem. I was also out of shape. I was used to getting no attention from women at all. I was used to getting no respect from men, and I was just so sick of that. I remember there was one day where I went in my washroom, I looked myself in the mirror, and I just started crying. And the reason why was because I was just so sick of this life. I was sick of getting no attention from women, of getting no respect from men, and I needed to change. I needed to get in shape. So the next day I woke up, I was super motivated to go to the gym. I took the car, went to the gym, but as soon as I entered the doors of the gym, I told myself that I would never, ever go back to the gym. And the reason why was because it was packed with people. It was full of people. I had to wait for the bench, the leg press, the pull-up. Everything was used. And all of the time that I was wasting in the gym, I wanted to focus on my business. So I completely cut off the gym. I bought every single thing I needed in order to work out at home, and I started to work out at home. And truly, it was the best option by far for me because I got in the best shape of my life. My life went from 10 to 100, and also because whenever I would work up, I would totally focus on my business. My sole focus was how can I become richer. I wasn't thinking about what time to go to the gym, any of that. My sole focus was business, and so my two goals were met: business and fitness. This is why you must work out at home if you're a business entrepreneur. And just real quick, if you want more of my personal help to achieve your fitness goal faster, all from the comfort of your home, go click the link in the description. But now back to the video. You see, working out at home changed my life forever because first of all, I was way less stressed. I was way less anxious because I was lifting heavy weights and I was using my energy, but also because I was waking up with one focus, and it was business. It wasn't the gym or any of that, it was business. Nothing else in my mind, only business. And you see, being anxious is when you have too much things to think about, and that was solved by working out at home. So that's why I was just way less stressed, way less anxious, and my mental health got a lot better. Now let's talk about what is needed in order to work out at home. When I first started to work out at home, I had no bench, and I would just do a bunch of shit movement on the floor. You see, the bench was essential for me because it allowed me to do the bench press and a bunch more exercise. That's the first thing that you need, is a bench. I also used to train with no dumbbells, but you see, the problem was that I wasn't pushing myself as hard as I could possibly go. And so I would gain some muscle, but not as much as I wanted. And so I bought dumbbells, and it made a huge difference. I was packing on muscle because I was able to push myself way harder, and it was just way better because I was gaining muscle faster than when I didn't have dumbbells. The third thing that you need is a door frame pull-up bar. Now, when I was younger, I couldn't even do one pull-up, and now I can do 20, 25. This is why it is one of my favorite pieces of equipment. And truly, it will allow you to do the pull-up, the chin-up, and a bunch more exercise like these. So it is very important to buy this piece of equipment. Now, the fourth and last thing that you need is a mirror. When I first started to work out, I had no mirror, and my workouts were just not the best because I had no way to review my movement. I had no way to see what I was doing. If I was going good form or bad form, I had no way to know it because I had no mirror to see what I was doing. So that's the fourth thing that you need, and truly that is all you need in order to work out at home. And that is the beauty of working out at home. But you see, there was a problem. My workout was just way too long. I would do 4 sets for every exercise, and my workout would last 2 hours, 2 hours and a half, and I was sick of that. I wanted to spend all that time to focus on my business. So you know what? I told myself that I would go to 2 sets, but I would go to failure. And it was perfect because I was able to gain muscle, push myself, and my workout was just way faster, way more effective because I was going to 2 sets. But for a week, what I did is I went to one set to see what I was truly capable of, to see what I was capable of, to push myself. And when I went to one set, my brain was bullying me to push myself harder because it knew that I only have one shot at this. And so I pushed myself so hard when I went to one set. And then I went to two sets and it was perfect. So this is what you need to do. You need to go to one set for a week and then go to two sets, and the workout will be fast, effective, and you'll pack on muscle way faster than with 4 sets. But imagine this. I was this skinny guy that was getting no attention from women, that was getting no respect from men, and I was sick of that. So I started to make some research and I found out about the V shape. The V shape is the shape that is the most masculine. It is the shape that will make you feel the most confident, and most importantly, it is the shape that is the most attractive to the female gaze. And so that is why I wanted to focus on that shape. I will tell you the exact exercise that I do every single day in order to target this shape. But first of all, you need to know that in order to have this shape, you will have to focus on the back, the upper pec, the side delts, the neck, and the lower abs. If you focus on these 5 parts of the body, you will have the V shape and just feel 10 times better than now. So now let's talk about some exercise that I do every single day. For the back, since I first started to work out, I did the pull-up every single day. And the reason why was because I used to work with a colleague of mine that was very beautiful. You see, I had a huge crush on her. I wanted to make her my girlfriend. One day she told me that she liked big, masculine back. And that was the moment that it clicked for me. I started to do the pull-up every single day, and I completely fell in love with that exercise. At that point, it wasn't even about my colleague. It was just that I saw such a massive back transformation that I wanted to do it every single day. And so that's the first exercise that I highly suggest you do, is the pull-up. The second exercise that I did every single day is the decline push-up. But you see, when I first started to work out, I did the push-up every single day, and I was just not a fan of the look it gave me because it focused on the lower part of my chest, and it just gave me a psyche look that I was not a fan of at all. And so, like I said, I started to do the decline push-up. I put my feet on a bench, on a chair, and then I did a push-up, and it was perfect because it targeted the upper part of my pec, and it gave me a masculine pec like I wanted. So that's the second exercise that I highly suggest you do, is the decline push-up. Now, when I was younger, I struggled a lot to grow my shoulder. They just wouldn't grow, they were small, and I was sick of that. I wanted to have big, massive shoulder, but I just couldn't grow them. So eventually I went on a trip with one of my muscular friends, one of my jacked friends, and I just asked him, how do you build such massive shoulder? And he told me that he wouldn't train them once a week like I was doing, but every single day. And so I tried it. I tried doing the lateral raise every single day, and it definitely worked. So if you want to build big, massive shoulder, do the lateral raise every single day, and you'll just see a massive difference. That's a third exercise that I highly suggest you do. You see, when I was younger, I was getting bullied by men, and the reason why was because I just looked weak. I was the easy target because I had a skinny neck, I was small, and all these reasons made me the easy target. It made me the guy that was getting bullied, and so I was sick of that. I wanted to be more masculine, look more masculine, and so I started to train my neck every single day. The way to train my neck was that I did the neck curls. There's 2 ways that I did the neck curls. I did it on my back, where I put the weight on the front of my head and it targeted the front part of my neck, or I did it on my chest, where I put the weight on the back of my head and it targeted the back part of my neck. So the 2 ways that I train my neck, and I highly suggest you do the neck curls because you will just see a massive difference on your overall physique, and you will just feel a lot more confident, a lot more masculine. So that's the 4 exercise that I highly suggest you do. When I was younger, I would do a bunch of research on YouTube, like fast 6-pack abs guaranteed workout. I would train them 1 hour, and after the workout I would just look at my abs and I still didn't have the 6-pack, and I was sick and angry at that because in the video it promised me that I would get the 6-pack. But you see, I changed my approach. I started to train my abs 10-15 minutes every single day, and in 2 months I have the 6-pack. Now what I do are 50 leg raise, and then I do 10 hang leg raise. I do 2 sets every single day, so 2 times every single day. And since I've been doing that, I just saw a massive difference on my body. I now have the 6-pack, and if you don't have a 6-pack, do these 2 exercises 2 sets every single day, 2 times every single day, and you'll just have a six pack in 2 months, guaranteed. But you see, there was a problem. I was not consistent at all. I would work out for, I don't know, a week, then I would stop for a month. I would work out for 2 weeks, and then I would stop for a month. And the reason why was because I knew nothing about consistency until I read that book. The book is called Atomic Habits, and in that book, it talks about stacking habit. And so that's exactly what I started to do. I started to stack habit. So basically, I would wake up at 6, from 6:30 to 12, I would do my deep focused work. From 12:30 to 1:30, I would eat. And then from 1:30 to 2:30, I would work out. You see, I stacked working out on top of something that I do every single day, which is eating. I continued my routine instead of starting it out of nowhere, instead of creating a random time to work out. It is easier to continue doing something than it is to start doing something. Keep that in mind. Stacking habit will make you consistent, and it will be just far easier to stay consistent. My identity was not good when I was younger. My identity was of this guy who was skinny, who was not consistent on anything, who was not confident. And whenever I would work out, I would just push against my identity. My identity was pushing against the action of working out. Because whenever I would work out, I would tell myself, why are you even bothering? It is not you. Imagine telling yourself this whenever you try to do something. Of course, it will be hard to stay consistent. So I started to change my identity. I forcefully put positive thoughts in my mind. I would tell myself 100 times a day, you're a healthy athlete that never cheats on his diet. You're very consistent. I would tell myself that, repeat. And eventually, my subconscious mind started to accept it, and it created a new identity. Then all I had to do was add proof to this by working out, and I created a new identity. That is how you create a new identity. Forcefully put positive thoughts in your mind, then you add proof to this, and then you have a new identity. Try it, and I promise you will just be 10 times more consistent, and it will be far easier. Another thing that helped me a lot was to stay motivated, because if I'm being honest with you, I love motivation. I love to be driven to do something. I also love discipline. I love to work even when I don't feel like it, but I love motivation. And the way that I stayed motivated was that I would write on a piece of paper every single thing that would happen to me once I would get in the best shape of my life. The way I would carry myself, the woman I would attract, the way I would walk in the street, the way people would look at me. Then I would visualize all of this, and whenever I didn't feel motivated, I would just come back to that piece of paper and I would visualize my life once I would get in the best shape of my life. And it made me so much more motivated. I wanted to work out because I knew of the benefit that it would give me. This is your action step right now. Put pause on this video, take a piece of paper and write every single thing that will happen to you once you get in the best shape of your life, and I promise you will get the motivation that you like. I started to visualize specific moments in my life. For example, each year I go back to the father side of my family for Christmas, and I would visualize myself entering the door with a shirt that is tight on my arm. I would visualize the way they would treat me, the way they would respect me. I would visualize myself walking in the street, the way I would carry myself, the way women would look at me. And I would just get the motivation to work out. Try it, and I promise it will work for you too. Now let's talk about diet. When I was younger, I thought that in order to get in the best shape of my life, you had to eat chicken, white rice, and broccolis all day long. But you see, I was completely wrong. Just look at this picture. This is a recipe that I cook every single day. It tastes amazing. It is very healthy. It is high protein. So it is the proof that you can eat healthy and tasty food, even if you want to get in the best shape of your life. Now let's talk about the time that I got the best ever workout, and all that I ate was meat, avocados with a bit of olive oil. After I ate that, I worked out and I just had the best workout ever. I pushed myself so hard, and I didn't knew at the time that it was because of what I ate. You see, I ate high fat but good fat, and the good fat will make your testosterone go up, and therefore you will have better workouts and you'll just gain more muscle. You don't want to eat bad fat like McDonald's or fast food or any of that, because I used to do that and I would gain weight, but in fat, and that is not the goal. We want to gain muscle, and the way to do that is to eat good fat like avocados, olive oil, red meat, nuts, and I promise you will pack on muscle. So that's the first thing that you want to do. When I was younger, I didn't eat enough protein. I would eat 3 eggs a day and I thought that it was enough. But you see, I'd work out and then I would feel sore for 4 days, for 5 days. And I asked myself why. And the reason why was because I was breaking the muscle as I would work out, but then I wouldn't repair it by eating enough protein. I would eat 3 eggs. I would eat about 0.20 grams per pound of body weight when I was supposed to eat 0.82 grams per pound of body weight. And that is the reason why I was not gaining as much muscle as I possibly could. So that's the second thing that you want to do, is to eat high protein. What I do now is I eat 10 eggs a day. I eat meat every single day. I try to eat nuts every single day. And I just saw a big difference. I'm packing on muscle now that I eat enough protein. You cannot forget 0.82 grams, but just try to eat more protein, more eggs, more chicken, more meat, and I promise you will get the results that you want. I want to share with you a pancake recipe that I discovered on a reel about 2 years ago. The recipe is 1 banana, 3 eggs, and a half cup of oats. I put that in the blender, I blend it, then I put a little bit of butter in a frying pan, I put the mixture in the frying pan, and it just tastes amazing. It is fast, effective to do, it is high protein, and so it is perfect for you buzz entrepreneurs. Try it and I promise you will love it. It is very effective and high protein, so it is perfect for your goal. That's it for this video, but I just want to show this picture because this is my transformation and it is the lowest hanging fruit that you can pick right now. It is good to have all the money in the world, but if you're not in the best shape, life simply isn't the best it could possibly be. Now that I'm in the best shape of my life, I can attract any woman that I want. I feel 10 times more confident and my life is overall way better. So once again, if you're a business entrepreneur and you need help with your fitness journey and you want to get in the best shape of your life, all from the comfort of your home, go click the link in the description right now. And I definitely think I can help you. Have a good day.